Well, it's Monday, new week. We're getting down to the end of the month. Last month of the summer is coming up. Vacation time, even for us. Thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Fast Five with the writer strike, actor strike, every other strike. For those of you tuning in for the first time, welcome. As probably shows like this and other content creators will be getting a lot more traffic. Don't forget to subscribe to us and hit that notification bell so you'll receive all of our notifications and you'll know when episodes of our programming are airing on Cast TV, our shows like The Fast Five, Man with the Show, and down the line in the fall, the return of the Man Cafe only on Rumble. So we got 5 stories for you. That's right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stories for you. You probably didn't hear about these stories in the past week because there was a lot going on. So we're going to present these to you as we're coming to the starting line. The engines are roaring, the flag is about coming down, and the green light is about to go. Once again, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and share. Hopefully, I've earned your subscription this week on the Fast Five. Let's start off with this anime news, which this may be touted as the #1 anime for 2023 so far. OSHI no Ko, since its anime debut, the manga sales have almost tripled. Shueisha was happy to reveal that the popular manga Oshi Kono is said to have had more than 12 million, that's million copies in circulation by July 19th. When the 12th volume is published in Japan, the publisher didn't say if they include digital copies to reach this number. The manga circulation has gone up 2.7 times since the anime's April debut. Going back a few months ago in March, the manga had 4.5 million copies in circulation. By the end of May, it was up more than 9 million copies. High Dive is currently streaming the first season of the anime and will also stream the second season simultaneously with the Japanese release. And I'll tell you, this is really good. I just finished this anime. It's well worth the watch, even though with some of the controversy that has been going on with this. But hey, listen, when you make a good story and everyone is still continuing to talk about it, definitely do catch it. Staying on anime news, you're familiar with Spy X Family and the Mission Impossible movie, which is out this past week. Well, looks like they're getting a similar poster for both of their movies. Both Lloyd Folger and Ethan Hunt have new films on the way, starting with the latter in the form of Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. The Japanese opening is set for July 21st, with the Spy X Family Code White anime film to follow on December 22nd. So the Super Spies crossed over with an official collaboration poster. You can see these up here. They are just really similar. The artist did a great job of copying the Mission Impossible poster. They're both worth the watch. If you haven't seen the Spy X Family anime, it is available on Crunchyroll right now. Currently, it's a lot of fun. I believe anyone can watch this, and it. Like I said, this is the kind of content you like to see that comes out of anime, because basically, you get some great stories, you get some bad stories, you get some controversial stories, but all in all, they're all good stories. And with the Mission Impossible franchise getting a big hit this past weekend, you're going to expect Spy X Family to do very well when it released this Christmas. Well, switching over to YouTuber news, anime YouTuber Rev Say Deshu received a false copyright strike from a One Piece podcaster, Steve Yorko after criticizing his attempt to push a debunked transgender Yamamoto theory. As previously covered by Bounding into Comics, Yorko provided outrage among fans when he shared an original illustration on Twitter depicting the character from One Piece Yamamoto in a shared men's bath, a recreation of a scene from the series Wonko art, wherein the heroine chooses to bathe with the male characters in order to better emulate her hero, Kozuku Odin, which activists regularly point as to evidence of her transgender identity, rejecting her smelly Vicar while Luffy cheers her on. Let me tell you something. No offense unto the whole situation. This is ridiculous every time. The author has come out and said, no, it's not transgender. She may be a tomboy, but not a transgender. You know, face it, live with it, and just, you know, move on with your lives to the situation. And those trying to push these false copyright strikes, the continuation, YouTube needs to crack back down on this. You need to slam back at the people creating these false copyright strikes. If there are other YouTubers, their accounts need to be struck down, maybe shut down for a bit, or if they're really excessive, they need to be completely shut down forever. Plain and simple. Moving on to more anime news. The Pokemon Company temporarily shuts down an official all-ages forum, instituting a new approval process after fans flood them with inappropriate conduct just days after launching their family-friendly franchise-centric discussion forums. The Pokemon Company has temporarily shuttered the platform in order to allow their moderation team to clean up the flood of complete inappropriate posts made by a number of socially stunt adult users. As documented by several Twitter users, shortly upon their opening, Nintendo's official Pokemon forums were inundated with posts attempting to raise wild, uncouth topics of discussion with the forum's all-age audience. I mean, this happens all the time. I mean, there are a lot of crazy people out there on all social media platforms, and, you know, they're going to continue to do this. You need to moderate these sites properly. Don't go cheap on them. See, this is the problem you get, you know, when you say that, well, this particular site gets a lot of these issues and stuff like that, but let's cancel something else. You know, so basically the kids are safe. You know, and this is a constant happening all the time, and it's going to continue to happen until we put the brakes on it all. And finally, well, I think some shoppers are going to be upset about this story. If you're familiar with the Chinese retailer Shine, they've been accused of ripping off designers. There is a RICO lawsuit coming. China's fashion designer retailer Shine is facing a lawsuit that claims the clothing maker's copyright infringement is so aggressive it amounts to racketeering. The filing this week claims that Shine is in violation of the Racketeering, Influence, and Corruptions Organization Act, better known as RICO, a law originally crafted to prosecute organized crime. Shine has grown rich by committing individual infringements over and over again as part of a long and continuous pattern of racketeering, which shows no sign of abating, the filing says. In an organized effort to create as many as 6,000 new items per day, Shine uses a Byzantine shell game of corporate structure to rip off designers, a coordinated illegal operation that can be best combated through the use of RICO statutes, according to the lawsuit. In May, a bipartisan group of 24 lawmakers asked the Securities and Exchange Commission to put the brakes on an initial public offering by Shine until it verifies it does not use forced labor from the country's predominantly Muslim Uyghur population. And we've heard this before, you know, especially the new one that's out there right now that's offering merchandise at 90% off. they are right to investigate these companies, especially the ones out of China that have ripped off designers. They've ripped off IPs from American companies, from American individuals. This needs to stop. There needs to be massive prosecution. And here's the major part of it. A lot of these are being manufactured with slave labor. And people don't talk about this stuff. They don't talk about that basically a lot of the child trafficking, a lot of the human trafficking, it's not they only turn to porn and to prostitution. They're also put into factories to work. We've seen this overseas, and we even have seen it in this country. So tell me in the comments below your thoughts on all 5 of these stories. Don't forget to hit that like, share this video, hit the notification bell, and hopefully today is the day I earn your subscription. So we've crossed the finish line. The flag is down. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to check out our other videos on Man with the Show, on Q2Cast TV, on all of our social media platforms. We do appreciate that. Once again, if you are new to the programming, welcome. Thank you for clicking on this video. Until next Monday, same time, same square. We'll have 5 more stories for you. Probably you have not heard about them on the next edition of the Fast 5. Have a good week, and bye-bye now.